Do you want to explain what song he was just playing?
Yeah, so the song I decided to choose for this was called Harvard at Sea by a band called Arcane Roots. Now, Arcane Roots have been my favourite band for a good few years now, and this track was originally a bonus track on their debut album. And the album itself is fantastic, but I heard this track afterwards because it was a bonus one. And it was a bit different to some of the rest of the album, but I still feel it encapsulates Arcane Roots perfectly then and now for their stuff as a band. Like, the way it starts off quite slow and melodic, and like Arcane Roots like to do, they build things up and build it up towards the choruses they have. It's like a big, massive chorus in most of their songs, really. They like to have this bravado in the chorus, and Harvard at Sea sort of takes it back a notch, but also in a way has more impact because it's a bit slower than some of their songs, not as heavy, but really heartfelt at the same time. And I think the name of the song is almost a contradiction to its lyrics, because Harvard at Sea makes it seem like you're kind of stuck there in a way, but the lyrics itself is a push for you to do what you want to do, to not have to conform to what everyone else thinks of you, and to take your mistakes and your successes and learn from them and grow. The first line in the chorus is live like someone who hasn't risen and fallen. So the rises and falls that you've had, that builds you up. Don't take, especially the falls in a way, but then again the rises as well. It's like, if you fall, and that can get you down, but then if you've risen, don't take it too far and think, oh yeah, you can completely do this and go over the top, snobbery or stuff like that. So you've got to find the balance, and I think this song is sort of being true to yourself almost, and it's just the way it builds, and so it just sort of encapsulates you as you listen to it. It's a very nice track to listen to, a very chilled out one, a very reflective one, and it's one of my favourite tracks of all time. It's too impossible to choose a definite favourite, but I will always go back to this one at points, and definitely one that, in a way, it's a guiding song, I feel. It's called Harvard at Sea, and it kind of, well, by the sea you usually have a lighthouse, so I guess in a way it reminds me of that. You've just got maybe a rocky pier and a beach or something, a lighthouse on the end of the rocks, and that's the sort of guiding light towards the sea.
How does it make you feel, like, emotionally? Is there any certain way you feel when you listen to the music?
I'd say I definitely feel like, with where I am now with my life and what I'm doing, when I listen to it now, it's like, okay, I'm happy with the main things that I'm doing. Like, nobody's going to be happy at all points of their life, nobody's going to be sad at all points of their life. But listening to that song, it makes me feel content, almost. It makes me think about the things I can be happy about, and what I've got in my life, and what I can be proud of, and then how I can carry that on.
Cool. So do you listen to it, like, at a certain point, like when you're feeling like alright, or?
I would say I don't listen to it as much as any of their other songs, I'd probably say, like some of the earlier demos and stuff that I've only looked at recently, or once or twice looked at them. But I'd definitely say either when I'm feeling a bit somber, I'll look to the song, or occasionally I'll just be going through a lot of stuff, listening to, a lot of the time when I'm listening to Arcane Roots, I'll listen to the main albums because I've got access to them easier, and then I'll just think, I've got Harvard at Sea, and I'll listen to that, and it just sort of rounds things off nicely. It was the perfect bonus track and a perfect finisher to listening to anything, I'd say. Yeah, definitely a content feeling, and just chilled, really chilled.